Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and you guys, I'm kind of like so intrigued and excited about this foundation, or not foundation, what am I saying? Video. I'm looking at foundation. And there's a reason behind it. Like the products are just different. Like I'm just intrigued. It's so random. And at first I was like, do I even do a video on this? But it's just random enough that like I have to. So Paige, shut up. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the stuff I picked up from Iconic London. They are really, really well known for their iconic illuminator drops. These things are like huge on the market. They deliver insane shine and all these other great things, and people swear by them. So I picked up two of these. I picked up the original shade and the shade Shine. So we're gonna give both of those a shot. I'm thinking mix them in with a foundation and like regular, just like as highlight on our face. We shall see. I also picked up their eyebrow cushion, which I'm so intrigued by. This isn't super, super new, but it's like new enough that I'm like, I need to try it and see what that's all about. And what we're starting off with is this little guy. This is their Pro Evo brush. Now you open it up, by the way, it like sits in like its own little thing, and boom. Basically they created what they are calling like an ergonomic little applicator brush. They're saying it's like meant to do one of these, you know, and according to their website, which I will read you. Why are some of my hairs all muscled? That's not nice. Poor little hairs on the brush. Anyway, sorry. What it says, this is $50, by the way, and I was just like, I choked a little bit, but it's $50. It has 5 stars twice, two reviews, 5 stars each. And says that with its 400,000 velvet-like synthetic fibers in each vegan and cruelty-free brush, you've guaranteed a flawless finish every time. Our Pro Evo buffer brush is perfect for applying foundation, primer, moisturizer. This hero product is a new cult classic, versatile, and oh so effective. So I'm super curious. I actually really like, just like as a side note, I'm holding this currently in my left hand, and what I think is so interesting about this brush is how ergonomical it feels. Like they did a really nice job at weighting this brush. Again, I don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work. It could look like crap. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that the feel of this and the way, oh, as I throw it at myself, but the way that it's designed feels perfect. Like the weight in the bristles is countered with some kind of like weight or something in the lower part. So it just sits nicely in your hand and you don't have to like really struggle to like grip it because it's awkward. It just, it holds really nicely in both hands. So that's good because, you know, if you're a lefty or a righty, you probably want to be able to put your makeup on, not just right-handed people. So I don't know, it feels really nice in the hand, and it feels too like there's some kind of weight like near the bulbous, like near the back part, that's like sitting good. I don't know, that's interesting. So we have this that we're gonna use. I already did prime my face with my Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For, but I wanted to talk about that, and I want to talk a minute about these drops because I'm thinking we're gonna mix them a little. I picked my Dior Forever foundation for a couple reasons. One, A, it's really, really dark, so we'll be able to see it. This is the lightest shade in 010. And again, it's super, super dark. I think someone had told me that the next shade up is actually lighter than this one or something. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I thought it'd be cool, A, because I know what this is supposed to look like, and I know how beautifully it sets on the face. So we will know, hey, is this brush adding or hindering to that process? And the drops that we add, we'll be able to see, did they, you know, really make it look more luminous? Do they really change the effect? You know, what do they do? So I just thought that this would be a good all over test. There we go, a good foundation to test it on. So again, these little drops right here, which I picked up 2 of, they are $45 a piece, so they are definitely not cheap. They offer 4 shades. Again, I only have 2 of them, and it says under the details here, this concentrated liquid shimmer can be added to your foundation, primer, or moisturizer, or simply used on its own for a super highlighted glow. Available in 4 shades, it can also be used as a contour, which, side note, I would never do that to myself. Every drop of this ultra concentrated shimmer elixir glides on smoothly to bestow ultra blendable glow. So really there's nothing new there to know either. So anyways, I thought that this would be kind of cool. So let's go ahead and let's kind of like, let's just get into it. Now I will swatch both colors for you because let's be real. By the way guys, I have not touched these yet. So like you and I, oh my God. Oh wait, is that crooked? It's probably meant to be crooked. So here is the shade Original. Oh my God. You are so stunning. I love you. I love you so much. I have no idea what I would ever use this color for because it's so dark compared to like what I would need. Oh, my stink. Okay, well, that's gorgeous. Yep, okay. I had like an itch on my nose and it's still there. So that's cool. Now I just like really look red. That's great. All right, now let's go in with this other one. Oh my God, it's so... Okay, one tiny little drop. I did read somewhere that like a little bit of this goes such a long way. So you can see the drop I just put. Like, oh, that's my jam. That's me. Hello, white blinding highlight. Oh my. Bring it down a notch, Paige. You gotta calm down. So the first thing I'm gonna do is wipe my hand off because I just put stuff there. Okay, we're just gonna take some of this Dior Forever foundation. We're just gonna pump some onto the back of the hand. Now, one thing you will know about this foundation, Paige, it doesn't look that off color. This will oxidize to be about 4 shades darker than it currently is on my skin. It's just something it does. We get used to it. I just usually have to blend it like from my chin all the way down to my boobs, and then it looks all right. Well, all right is a relative term. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to start off kind of slow with this because I don't know how much is too much, but I'm thinking like 1, 2, I'm thinking like 2 drops. Okay, and like 2.5. There we go. I'm thinking something like that, and now let's mix it in. Mix it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. All right. So we've added some luminosity to the foundation. Now let's see if it looks any different. No, let's actually screw the lid back on this because, girl, you're going to wear it if you don't. All right. So now we're going to go in. We got my brush here. And we're just going to grab this. And we're going to see. So I'm thinking we're just going to dunk her right in this product on the back of my hand. We just picked up a little bit, not too much. And we're just going to kind of buff it in. Wow, that does feel really frigging luxurious. I'll give it that. Holy shnikes. Okay, so as of right now, I did apply everything that was on my hand, and the first thing I'm going to say about this brush is that I'm really surprised. Now, what surprises me about this is A, the bristles do not get caked up. Like with a normal, like even my like a Morphe Y6 brush or anything like this, this one doesn't look so hot. But the bristles get really caked up and kind of funky even with one use. They start to look kind of weird. And with this one, it's just interesting that they don't get kind of cakey or weird. It's almost like they're so fine that they only distribute the product. They don't hold any product, even like other synthetic brushes do. The second thing I'm going to say is that it does not leave my skin streaky. Now, I have used, like, see how this has a slight dome to it? Anytime I use a brush with any sort of dome at all like this, it looks not good. Like, my foundation looks atrocious at the end, always. Like, I've never used a brush like this where it didn't have streaks. So that is very impressive, and I think it really speaks to the design of these bristles and what's here and how many, and everything that they have going on is working. Especially for it to blend that nicely over all the textured areas on my face. That's insane to me. Like, that's really impressive. Now, my only issue I'm having is that this does not like to build coverage. I normally, even with a brush, I can build up coverage and like cover these areas right here where I've got like darker spots. And with this, I'm not able to do that. And that's the only downside I'm seeing so far to this. So as of right now, but it looks, I mean, it looks really, really good. I will have to go in, obviously, like back over this and build up those areas and fix it. Oh, and by the way, as far as how, like a light glow to the skin, it's actually there. This foundation is a very like matte-ish foundation. And it's looking a little glowy, like I'm kind of liking it. So I'm seeing it a little bit. It's like very nice and subtle. When I go in and do the next layer, I'm going to add a little bit more and, you know, do that concoction again, and we'll see what we get. So hold on for a second. All right, so I know I look slightly geisha on camera. It's just the way that it is. So you guys, it's time to talk about this eyebrow situation. I am so excited. Okay, so calm down, Paige. This is the limited edition Sculpt and Boost Eyebrow Cushion. It is $41. As you guys will notice, they are expensive. They're not like cheap by any means. On here it just says that it's an innovative 2-shade liquid brow compact that creates effortlessly fuller looking brows. Now I'm gonna divert to the back of the package here because they do have instructions. It says use the bristle wand, which, by the way, hold on, let me like open this up and show you what we're working with. Okay, if I can get in. Sweet Jesus, you'd think I was trying to break into something I didn't buy. By the way, is this packaging not just like stunning? And it just says iconic London. I just love how sleek it looks. Anyways, you open it up. There is a mirror in here, which I think is kind of cool because, you know, this is the kind of thing that really needs a mirror. You're gonna open this up. I did take the plastic covering off, and basically you literally get, let me find a way to hold this here. Let me get rid of that. There we go. You open this up and it is a 2-part cushion, so you can see that it has a lighter brown and a darker brown, and it comes with this collapsible brush. So it opens up, clicks over, and you're supposed to have a little tiny spoolie and this little tiny angle brush. Now, I'll give it a shot, all right, but like me and little brushes, I do have this brush, which it's just a Milani brush. I went affordable for this just to see if it was any good, but this is a Milani brush. It's a double-ended spoolie. It's a little bigger, easier to hold than this guy, but we shall see. So, anyways, where did that packaging go? On the back, it says, use the bristle wand to brush eyebrows into place, doot, doot, doot. Bounce the angled brush end into the cushion, doot, doot, doot. With small strokes, apply the pigment to create the desired effect. Shoo, shoo, shoo. The quick drying formula allows you to reapply and build up intensity. Contains vitamin E, renowned to stimulate hair growth. Keep compact clothes when not in use. Boom, that's all you need to know. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do, I'm a little nervous about this. We're just gonna try it. So push them into place. All right, well, I have almost no eyebrows, so that's not hard, but hey, you know, we'll do what you say. Push eyebrows into place, which for me is just, you know, where they exist. And we're just gonna go in. Now, I think we're gonna try the lighter brown shade first. You know what? I should show you guys, like on my hand, what these colors are. All right, so those are the 2 shades in the compact. I was trying to get like a big enough swatch where they didn't look awful and useless, but those, it's like a nice light brown and then a deeper one. The lighter one looks a little bit ashy, which is good, because a lot of people have a more ashy toned brown that they prefer for their brows. So I do like the subtle differences, because I feel like if you mix them, you'll be able to get rid of the ashy, or you could leave it in and, you know, you'd get the look you're going for. So that's cool. Anyways, and this is in the shade medium, by the way. They have 4 different shades, I believe. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter brown first, just because I'm a little nervous. And this is their brush, and we're just gonna try and like see what we think. Okay, so obviously, you guys, I only have 1 brow done, obviously. The first thing I'm gonna notice, first of all, stage fright is real. The whole time I did that, it took 10 times longer, just because the camera was on. Like, whew, I have this mental roadblock between me, brows, and the camera. It just kills me. Because I'm really bad at my brows, and it takes so much for me to, like, finesse them. Anyways, all that aside, all my issues and insecurities aside. So here's the thing. This is really good. Like, I love the way it looks, and just so you guys know, I go underneath with like a concealer, and I, like, you know, give them that nice sharp line. That's why they don't look quite right yet, and that'll happen later, so just calm down. But I tell you to calm down, like calm down, when really I'm like over here crack addict shaking. But this is so good. It gives such a nice buildable formula. It's so smooth. It doesn't, like, it's weird because it's liquidy enough that it goes on thin, but it's just like thick enough that it doesn't like drip all over. That was my fear, because it's so liquidy in the cushion that I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. It's gonna drip on my face, it's gonna drip on my shirt, it's gonna drip everywhere. And really, there's just so much control with this. And what is awesome is that this product, a lot of times when there's a product like this, it works one of 2 ways, or for one of 2 people. It either works for people with brow hair and like you can just go in and fill in and you know, you're good to go. Or it's for people with no brow hair, and then if you have brows, you're like, wow, this sucks. And this product works for both. It worked amazing inside my brow hair, and it worked like where I have no brows, which is most of my face, but it worked really good like up in the arch area where I have literally no hair. It worked so good. Like, this is a product that you could use with or without brows. Like, this is crazy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pop off camera. I'm gonna do this other brow because literally that one took forever. Like, I've been filming, oh my God, that took me like 10 minutes to do this one brow. So I'm gonna pop off camera, do this one. I'm gonna come back on. Then we're gonna talk about highlight on the cheek. We're not done yet, but I gotta finish this brow. So give me a second and I'll be right back, you guys. I'm so like in awe. You know that moment where you're just like, what? What the hell is this? Like, how long has that been there? Nobody told me. Okay, great, cool. You guys were just, I know, and don't you love how good concealer like just creases on my eyelids? I sure don't. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I got this far. I'm almost done, but I had to turn the camera back on real quick because I have got to put some of these on my face. Now I have obviously went ahead and like powdered my face, and I was a little bit apprehensive because some people are like, oh, you can't do that. You know, they're not supposed to go on over powder, whatever. I'm gonna try it because I'm a hick and I do what I want. So I'm just gonna, you know, dab a little bit on. Honestly, if it goes awry, then it does, you know, but it is what it is. But I'm just gonna take the tiniest little bit, it shouldn't even be on the dropper, and I'm literally just gonna do a little of that, like tiny little drops, and my beauty blender here, and we're just gonna kind of do this and like see what it does because I want to. I get so much crap because I always like, I do makeup the wrong way, and I'm always just like, whatever. Oh, I should have like dampened my beauty blender real quick. Okay. Because it is starting to dry. Oh wow, that's so pretty. Okay, just a couple more drops because I'm an addict. Hi, my name is Paige and I'm a severe highlight addict. Hi, Paige. I have a confession to make. It's been less than 24 hours since my last highlight. Did I just mix like AA and a confessional? Whoops. My bad. Okay, well, that's gorgeous. And P.S., it actually blends out really beautifully. Like, oh my goodness. And what I like about this too is that it's not like a normal, like, hold on, I have a good example of this. Okay, this is a good idea, I hope. So over top of that, I'm gonna put a little bit of this ice highlight because they're very similar from Jouer Cosmetics. Now the reason I wanna do this is because I guess, okay, when you're looking at a highlight, like that looks bam, right? I mean, none, all of it, holy crap, right? But what the difference that I'm trying to show you is like this almost has over powder like a satin finish. Like, it's not blinding in the sense that a traditional highlight is, like, do you see the difference? Like, holy crap, immediate pop, and it gives like a wet effect. But these drops are more of like a nice like satin sheen, which is frickin' gorge, by the way. Like, I can't even. And then adding a powder highlight over top, oh my god, like, was it necessary? No. Well, okay. That is actually something we differ on because I could layer 17 highlights and I would find a reason and a purpose and an excuse for every single one. Oh my god. Oh, hello, cheekbone lifted to Jesus. Yes, please. And like, I feel like this bottle, it might not be like, oh, the shizzle McDizzle, that was a lot. It might not be like the cheapest bottle because yeah, it's like $45. But I mean, at the same time, it's also like, it's gonna last a million years, I feel like. Now, this side is a little different. This side, it's almost lifting my foundation a little bit. So maybe try it, and maybe it's based on your personal like facial texture or something, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it was meant for use over top of it, but you can see like right there, it did lift it a little bit. I'm not gonna blame the product for that though, because it doesn't say anywhere that it's good for use over your already powdered skin, because that's typically a pretty big no-no. But what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna take some of this highlight right here and dab it over top, and look, it never happened. Oh my god, that's so frickin' gorgeous. Like, how do people not wear highlight? You guys, my mom wears like a CC cream from It Cosmetics and almost like very little eye makeup, but that girl always highlights now. She's always like, ooh, look at me highlight. Well, on camera, I need to fix this because I look ridiculous on camera. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna finish up my face, set it and all that good stuff, and then I really have some interesting final thoughts for you on all of these products, because as you can tell, both brows are on and everything else is on, and your girl has got some thoughts. So hold on just a second. Yes, queen. Oh my god, my face is so glowy. Not a bad problem to have, not gonna lie. I'll be back. Alright, you guys, so obviously I have the rest of my face on, finally, and I have some final thoughts. Now, before I get into those, just as an FYI, before I forget what else is on my face, on my eyelid things, I was gonna say eyeballs. I almost always say eyeballs. They're not on your eyeballs. If they were on your eyeballs, you'd be burning. Now, that is, you guys, I'm so tired. This is the Marc Jacobs Provocateur little palette right here. You guys know every once in a while I show them some love, and they're just so fun and they blend so beautifully and they're just amazing. So the Marc Jacobs Provocateur little mini palette is what is there. On my lips, I have a question for you. This is the new ColourPop. This is in Pinkies Up. It's one of their new Luxe Liquid Lips, and I have a question. Well, wouldn't you know it, I just so happen to have a giant box sitting right here, whoops, of all of these lipsticks. Now, I picked up 14 out of the 24 that they released. I picked up the 14 that I liked. I was gonna get the Vault, and then I was like, listen, what are you gonna do with all those shades when literally half of them you will never wear? Price-wise, it would have made sense to get the Vault because it wasn't that much more than getting them the way I did, but I was like, you're gonna have all these lipsticks that you're gonna use once and then get rid of, and it's just not my thing. The only brand I do that with is Jeffree Star, by the way. But anyways, all that aside, it's not relevant. I'm wondering, I picked up like the 14, in my opinion, like most wearable, most fabulous shades. Would you guys like to see like a little swatchy swatch, a little thoughts, a little something? Because I got some thoughts on these lipsticks, y'all. So if you want me to put them on and like, you know, give you some swatches maybe down the arm, maybe we could talk, you let a girl know down in the comments, because I have some thoughts on these. But until then, I'm wearing Pinkies Up on my lips, yes queen, and on my cheeks for blush, which I know I didn't say and I don't know why, I am wearing the shade Lavish from my Tarte kit right here. Yeah, right here. So it looks a little orangey on camera, but it's just like a really nice flushed peach color. It's so gorgeous. Okay, now that all that's out of the way, let's talk. First thing we're going to talk about is this brush. You guys, I'm always pleasantly surprised when I'm wrong, right? And I, honest to God, didn't think this was either going to A, work, I thought I was going to hate it, or B, I didn't think I'd see a difference, like, oh, it's a brush. My makeup application is so smooth on all surfaces of my face. It looks so much smoother than it normally does. And it's just so perplexing to me that this one brush somehow smoothed over, and like, it's already such a nice settling foundation. Like, it sits into and on top of my pores so beautifully. And this buffed it out so nice. Like, I'm so surprised that I like this as much as I do. And what I really liked about this, you guys know, like, that foundation's super dark. I have to blend down the neck. I have all this work I have to do, right? This literally just buffed the colors and everything so seamlessly into my neck that I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked at how gorgeous this was. Next thing I want us to talk about are these little droppers. Okay, so first of all, they obviously are beautiful. There's no doubt in that. I definitely think that I added this one to my foundation. I can see a very nice, like, glittery, not glittery, a nice lit from within kind of glow that comes from the foundation. And what I like about this is that it adds a nice shimmer, a nice punch and pop without looking glittery and cheap and having like that really like, oh god, kind of consistency. And what this reminds me of, the gold one, is the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. Now, the only difference between the two that I've noticed, I can add the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops to almost any of my foundations except the super, super light ones, and it doesn't hardly change the color of my foundation, which is good because I want to add luminescence without always changing the color. Now, this one I do think changed the color of that Dior foundation a little bit, and I only say it because the difference is not as harsh and as stark as it usually is, which for me is good, because if it doesn't compromise the wearability of my foundation, that's awesome. But I do think it changes the color a little bit, so I'm glad I didn't go with the darker one. So I think they're amazing and I love them and I highly recommend them. Now, this is what I know everyone is wanting to hear about. This is what everyone wants to know, what I think. You guys, this cushion is the most perplexing, weird thing I've ever tried for my brows, and I'm obsessed. It is so good. It worked. By the way, side note, I turned off the camera. This brow took me like 5 minutes. It was like, do. This one, forever, because the camera was on. Literally the difference a camera makes, I don't know. Anyways, you guys, they turned out so good. I think they look sculpted. I think they were easy to use. I think it was easy to control the width. You guys know one of my biggest problems in my brows, a lot of times they go doot, 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 and they just get huge and very like uncontrollable and unmanageable. And it's because when I use a product, if I can't control it easily, I go thoom, and it goes off. I feel like you get a lot of product and I just feel like it's so easy to manipulate. I know my brows went a little bit off today, like they feel like they're doing a little of this, but what are you gonna do? But you guys can tell me, what do you think? Do you like the brow situation? I really like them. I think they were great. I will definitely try this again. And by the way, just as a side note, I ended up just mixing the light and the dark shades because I didn't see any reason to use them separate. I really like the color mixed together. It's literally like the perfect color for my hair, so 2 thumbs way up. You guys, overall, why do I look so white on camera? Maybe it's just me. As I back up to across the hallway. You guys, overall, I'm really loving all the stuff that I tried today, and that hasn't happened. And contrary to the video you will have watched yesterday, where my makeup looked like actual ass, this looks so good. Like I don't know how it's looking on camera, but you guys, in real life, I look so perfect. My highlight looks good. Like everything looks smooth and even, and when you have texture on your face, that's like damn near a miracle. So I'm sorry that the video kind of jumped around and might have seemed a little choppy, but I wanted to give you guys like a good short, concise, or relatively short video. But that is it for this one, you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff down below, and also check the description box for all my social media handles. I see you guys. I'll add me on Snapchat. I see what you're doing. I see that you're following me. I dig it. I love it. I appreciate it. And Instagram, you guys, my Instagram's been going up. I'm just like, girl. Okay, I mean, if you want to love me, okay, I appreciate it. But you guys, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. It worked out, and I like it. You guys, I'm so excited. Iconic.